Hey guys, Romie here. Alright, so this is my review for Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 9, Episode 2, Housewives House Wars. And guess who comes in? Porsha. Porsha comes in, and you already know Sheree's just like, Sheree's borderline convulsing, like, oh, I'm like, Sheree, calm down. Sheree, calm down. Like, I get it. You're supposed to represent the fans, and you're supposed to represent what the fans are thinking and how we feel. But come on, Sheree, stop it. So Sheree's just like, so what you doing here? What's going on? Okay, she's coming in. Shut up. Kenya's coming in. Here comes Kenya coming like, no thoughts allowed. I thought that made that very clear. I'm like, alright, Kenya, whatever. Kenya's like, hey, oh, so we all cool now? I was thinking the same thing, Kandi. Oh, so we all cool now? No, but Kenya said, you know what? I need to speak to you outside for a moment. So she brought Porsha aside, and you know, she was trying to tell Porsha, yeah, so I didn't invite you, and that was for a reason, and I'm not really sure why you're here. Porsha was like, okay, is this chick actually going to be a boss and just say she wants me to leave, or do I have to do it myself? Okay, I'm going to have to do it myself. Alright, I'll just go. You know, thank you. Here's your gift. Just like, oh, okay, thanks. And of course, Phaedra left along with Porsha, and, well, attempted to. You know, they had to walk very slowly down that hill and then down that red carpet, because, you know, the red carpet was actually covering unfinished pavement. And Kenya was just like, well, you know, I didn't invite her. I'm not really sure why she was there, and I don't really care what's really going on with her. And because it was just like, oh, well, you know, she's been taking therapy and doing this and that. I was like, oh, that's great, but I don't really care. I can't have that type of energy. I don't know if she's going to flip out, whatever. Sheree said, that's cool. I'm going to go just check up on them for a moment. Sheree's like, okay, damn, the show's over, so I guess I'm leaving too. And while they're coming down, while Sheree was coming down, she was like, Porsha, Phaedra. And they're like, oh Lord, is Jason coming out? We need to hurry up because the killer's on the loose. Speaking of the killer, we have Matt coming out the driveway. You can't make this stuff up. Matt's coming down the driveway, and they have this look of, oh crap, here we go. Damn, maybe I should have stayed. And Kenya, you know, she's just relaxing with the girls, and, or with Kandi at least, and trying to just catch up with Kandi. And Candy's just like, oh, Matt's here. Did you invite him? I was like, no. You got my back if anything happens, right? No, I'm actually gonna go. So Matt wanted to speak with Kenya alone, and he gave everyone a hug. And Cynthia was just like, yeah, I know Kenya well enough to where I don't know Matt. I don't know how he handles these type of situations, because he just went and invited himself. I'm thinking, Matt's, you know, stroking Kenya's hair. I'm like, Lord Jesus, security. But they decided to go and have a conversation, and he apologizes, and he's just like, you know, I'm trying to be a better person. Kenya forgives him, because Kenya's like, look, at least he's there. He actually came back. That's not normal for me. I usually don't have those type of relationships or have those type of connections, so I'm gonna go and give him another chance. And I thought that was really nice, because Matt and Kenya, for some odd reason, they were, even though you know it kind of doesn't make sense, but for some reason it works. This is someone who clearly loves Kenya. They went and cut the cake, like bygones be bygones. He was like, oh, is that my car? And then drive. I'm still looking at this so like, Kenya, you need to watch him, because here's the thing. Your intuition was right for a reason. He had the temperament to go and kick down the hotel door. No, this is someone you keep both eyes open on, like, do I have to watch and nitpick what I say? You shouldn't, see, if that's how the relationship's going to be, then you need to make sure you stay out of it. But if that was him having a moment, and the moment is past, and that moment doesn't ever come back up, then hey, you can give it another try. Cynthia's talking to Noel, and Lord, Cynthia's trying to make small talk. Noel's like, okay, so here's the deal. Yeah, with Peter, he's gone cool. Because you weren't happy. I know you weren't happy. You've seemed a lot happier. And I have to be honest, Mom. I don't understand why you stay with him, because your room's right next to mine. So I heard when you guys were arguing. Oh Lord, I'm sure other things too. But when you guys were arguing, and you know, at some point I thought, damn, does she have low self-esteem? Cynthia's like, wait a minute, what? What do you mean low self-esteem? It's like, yeah, because I couldn't figure out why you would stay with someone who, and fill in the blank, because you can go anywhere with that. And I'm sure Noel wanted to say some other stuff. I was like, the cameras are there, but Cynthia started to cry, so it's like, Cynthia's like, I'm sorry. It's like, I love you. It's like, I love you too. And it's like, duh. Noel's not dumb. She knows what it is. She sees social media. She knows that you guys have problems. Stop playing. Stop playing yourself, Cynthia. I understand as a mom you're trying to protect her, but let's be real. That wasn't going to happen. Now, Kandi's doing what we loved best from her. She's working with Todd. Donald's back. She's working with Todd on a new, you know, baby line for Ace. Ace has already over 100,000. Well, has, I'm sure, probably a couple of 100,000 subscribers on Instagram, because he's a very, very cute baby. Very cute baby. So of course he does. And he's the baby of, oh my gosh, you know, that's money right there. And I appreciate the fact that Kandi was like, ha! And yes, we already have Ace's bank account and trust fund set up and paid for. And I really like the concepts and the looks that they were going for it. Guess who comes in? Mama Joyce comes strolling in. It's just like, oh, you already doing this? All right, get money. And Todd's like, oh yeah, I have something for you. The Olay gang. I was like, wait, what? Oh, for the restaurant. And the restaurant is not done yet. Mama Joyce and her sisters are going to be a part of it, because, you know, their recipes, their pictures, it's going to be all throughout. So the mamas are doing, the mamas, not Beyonce mamas, but Mama Joyce and her family are basically the marketing and branding of the restaurant. And Todd's showing what he wants it to look like. Hold on, guys. So here goes Kandi doing what she normally does, which is tell her family, in some cases, a little bit too much. She goes and tells her mom and the rest of them how she went to the party. Kenya's house is, well, you know, it has floors. It has, I forgot who was it. Was it Sheree or was it Porsha who's like, oh, Kenya's house is, yeah, it's getting there. It has floors. It has running water. You know, the sink's another story, but it's cool for what it is. But Kandi's trying to tell her mom and everyone else how, you know, there's a whole lot of stuff going on with Kenya actually kicking out Porsha. Porsha was there? Yeah, actually Sheree invited Porsha. We're looking, and then Mama Joyce said, see, why would not Sheree, Phaedra invited Porsha. Why would Phaedra invite Porsha? See, that woman is sneaky. She's conniving. And I know that she knew what Apollo's doing. And I know she is a crafty woman. The fact that she's trying to say, she's trying to take it slow with her divorce and all of that. In the state of Georgia, if your husband is incarcerated for over 2 years, you can get a divorce within 2 weeks. I said, wait a minute now. Oh, Joyce, stop it. And here goes, I was like, wait a minute, what is Kandi's assistant doing over there? He went and looked up the information, and Mama Joyce was like, boom! Boom! I told y'all. Y'all think I'm crazy. Oh yeah, please like, comment, subscribe. Y'all think I'm crazy? Oh, you think I'm crazy? No, you think I'm crazy. Yeah, well, I am. But I was right. You can't trust that Phaedra. And you know Mama Joyce is like Phaedra because of the issues that Phaedra has with Kandi. And we understand that. That actually makes sense. It makes sense. I feel like we just kind of wish. Yeah, and it's weird because we have Phaedra and Kenya sit down for a conversation, and Phaedra's just like, oh my God, Kenya, you're glowing. You gave me a hug and everything. What's going on? Oh my, you're back with Matt. You're back with Matt. And you two must be having sex because you are, if this is the calm Kenya that I could have had, the calm Kenya that wasn't trying to hit on my husband, the calm Kenya that wasn't trying to throw darts at me, then, I'm here for it. Your skin is looking better. I was like, Phaedra, you're right though. I was like, what the hell? Damn, what? Kenya? And Kenya looked like Kenya's a little thicker, and that is a term of endearment. When I say it, she looks good. I'm like, look at Kenya. Look at Kenya. Like, no. Wait, I'm supposed to remember how she was. What's going on? And then they eventually get around to the whole thing of the fact that Porsha was invited even though Kenya didn't want Porsha to be there. And she felt a certain way about it. But it was like, let bygones be bygones. It is what it is. I won't do stuff like that anymore. You know, we're actually on good terms, so I want to keep it that way. Porsha has to sit down with Sheree. And Porsha had her drink ready. It's like, okay, so let's talk about this mess. And Sheree just wanted the dirt. Sheree just wanted to know, what happened when you talked with Kenya? Well, Kenya essentially kicked me out. It is what it is. You know, I'm actually going to anger management. And that's what Phaedra says. Well, you know, Porsha is changing. She's going to anger management. And Kenya said, well, I don't care because her taking some classes with some pseudo therapist isn't going to do much for me. I'm thinking this doesn't have to do anything for you. This is for Porsha. And Porsha, you don't need to prove anything to these ladies because, yes, you have to put your hands on more people than we will personally like. But, let's be real. These women, a lot of them, were 2 shots away from doing the same thing. 2 shots away from doing the same thing. If it wasn't for security and the cameras, something will have popped off. So I'm not going to go and add them and make it seem like what it isn't. And that's why I appreciate Phaedra, because even though Phaedra hasn't had a physical altercation issue with you, I appreciate the fact that Phaedra wasn't looking at you like, okay, Porsha, you need to go and, you just riddled with problems with issues. No, she's like, you're my girl, you had a moment, you've had multiple moments, it is what it is. And Sheree and Porsha are going back and forth with, Kenya's house not being done, the fact that there was a leaking sink and all this mess. Kenya should have waited. Kenya did a very ghetto fabulous thing. She wanted people to see that she had a nice house and that she was doing things, but it wasn't done yet. And that's the thing. Sheree's like, I'm taking my time because I really don't have a choice in the matter, and it's going to be done right. And when you see it, I'll be stunting on you. I will be stunting on you. It is what it is. Kenya, eat your heart out. Now, Kandi and Todd go to the restaurant, and it was supposed to be done in May, but it's not going to be done until August. I'm like, oh, Todd's an August baby too. All right. And they actually invited the old lady gang. And to our surprise, the old lady gang likes it. The downstairs is where they're going to have musical acts. They're going to have an area upstairs that can accommodate up to 70 people. There's going to be a picture area so that the old lady gang can go and take pictures. There's going to be like a memory wall. It's going to be very nice. It's going to be very nice. I saw the blueprints. It's going to be extremely nice. And everyone seems open to it. And so that's when Kandi was like, all right, so I need for you to go and take pictures. I need for you to go and do that. Aunt Bertha said, I ain't doing ish. I ain't doing ish. I just want me a check, honey. I just want me a check. Kandi's other aunt was like, yeah, so the pictures need to be, you know, I heard from Sheree. I thought it was Sheree. And those pictures need to be at least a minimum of $5 a picture. Yeah, and we, of course, get a cut from that. And it is what it is. Long story short, everyone was happy with the whole concept. Everyone was happy with the upcoming turnout. Even if it was being delayed, they didn't care because they're like, ha ha, we get paid. Oh yeah, we getting paid. We getting paid. It's on camera. They can't back out. So Kenya decides she wants to go and invite Cynthia and Kandi along to go and get a waxing of sorts. She, of course, tells them that she's back with Matt and everything seems to be going well. So they're going to get the sugar treatment, I guess, to get all the hair off their body removed in all areas, or at least in most areas, because Cynthia's like, yeah, I'm not entertaining anyone down there, so I don't need to do anything down there. She goes to start eating the wax, and I agree with Kandi. I'm like, you do not know where that wax has been, Cynthia. You've gotten a little too comfortable. You're used to that metropolitan life, and you're doing a little bit too much right now. But I was a little surprised that Kandi didn't at least try the wax. I don't know why. Kandi also brings up the fact that she heard from Lena that Sheree, I guess Lena's going to be someone that we're going to see on the show for the rest of the season, possibly. She's, that Sheree was talking crap about her house and how it's not being done. And of course, Kenya was throwing shots. And then Kenya even had the nerve to say, oh, well, I didn't talk about your house. I'm like, wait a minute, Kenya. We vividly remember you trying to throw shots at Sheree the first shooting when she came back onto the show. So of course Sheree has something for you. She has something in store for you, and you can't go and make us forget about what actually happened between the two of you. We go to Peter's place, and Cynthia comes because she's to talk with Peter. I was like, oh hey, look at Peter. He doesn't look stressed anymore. See, being in a relationship you shouldn't be in will do that to you. It will bring years back onto your life and onto your face. Cynthia came and I was like, damn, Cynthia, you know what you did. You looking good. You looking good. You looking Bob. Cynthia, why'd you do that to Peter? Why'd you do that to Peter? Why'd you do that to Peter? Cynthia. Okay, so Cynthia's talking with Peter and lets him know that I know you have been dodging the lawyer. I just need to know why. Peter said, it's very hard for me because, you know, we don't talk, and I actually was in the hospital, and they're like, who's your emergency contact? And I was going to say you, but we were together. So she was like, regardless of what it is, I understand we're getting a divorce, but we're still supposed to be friends. And you even said in the beginning of the relationship, you wouldn't be in it just to make it work, just because we were in a relationship. It was going to work. It was going to work. And I still love you, and believe it or not, regardless of what others may think, I still respect you. I just don't want to be married to you. We can be cool as long as we're not married, as long as I have to see your face every day. That's not what she said, but that's basically what she was saying. And, you know, he was like, you know, I understand, but it's definitely hard for me because I wasn't ready to be out of the relationship like you were. So you can't expect for me to be ready at the same time you are. But he does call the lawyers, just like, you know what, let it proceed the way it needs to proceed. Because she also even brought up Noel. So it's like, you're Noel's second father. You've known her ever since she was 8, and she's what, 16, 17 years old. And it's very important that you still have a relationship with her. And that's going to be an interesting dynamic. So we're definitely going to see Peter on the show. I don't know how many more times, but we'll definitely see him more in the show. And Andy, when he was on the Breakfast Club, I think it was when he was on the Breakfast Club, he brought up the fact that the husbands don't get paid. So all the mocking of Peter and all of that, for no money, for no check, that's truly love, because trust and believe, I'm getting something. I am getting me a check. I'm getting me a check, or I guarantee that whatever I'm trying to promote jumps off. Now, Porsha decides to show Kenya and everyone else that she can throw something and it can be cordial. She's going to invite them to this escape the room thing. And the escape the room stuff is becoming very popular. It's very cool. And the whole concept of it is you break up in teams and it's a race against the clock. You have either an hour or 30 minutes to escape the room. And if you can't escape the room within a certain period of time, that's my grandma, call her back. If you can't escape the room within a certain period of time, then you lose. First who comes up is Phaedra. Next, it's Kandi. Now notice how Phaedra never stops looking at her phone, so then Kandi goes in her phone. Sheree's just like, oh my gosh, you two are friends again? She's like, wait a minute, we never stopped being friends. It was like, you two came together? It was like, wait a minute, stop it. You better stop it now. And I was thinking the same thing, I'm like, this is just odd, very odd. So everyone else comes, including Kenya, because Kenya was invited. And, you know, Kenya wants to see the new Porsha for her own eyes. Porsha is telling them, look, I didn't want to do a normal dinner because that's old and stale, and these women would just go and bicker. Kenya, Cynthia, and Kenya, Cynthia, and Porsha on one team, and then Kandi, Sheree, and Phaedra on another team. Sheree's like, I got it. Kandi and I are both competitive, so that's good. And Sheree is an attorney, so she's smart. I'm thinking, wait a minute, but this is the same attorney that couldn't help you out when you had to deal with your divorce proceedings with Bob. Like, that's when all this stuff starts coming back. I'm like, dang, I really remember all of that. And then She said on the other team, you have the blonde, which is Porsha. You have the supermodel, Cynthia. And then you have Kenya. I forgot what she said about Kenya, but it was just basically like, yeah, and then you have Kenya. And both of the teams lost, regardless of how they made it seem like. They made it seem like Cynthia and Porsha were really lost, which they kind of were. Kenya was like, all right, let's stay on task. Let's stay on task. And Kandi looked like her team was getting ahead faster. But either way, they both lost. It was mission accomplished. Everyone left except for Kenya and Sheree, because of the fact that Kenya needs to talk to Sheree. Sheree has been talking to other people about Kenya's house, and Kenya's not happy about it. She doesn't appreciate it. It's like, Chateau Sheree. And Sheree said, hold up. First off, you've always been throwing daggers at my house. The whole 5 years thing, even at your party. And you expect me to just go and play nice? Your house was not done. It wasn't finished. It was basically a roof with some floors and some furniture. And it's like, you have no idea what I have in store for you. And it was just like, you're throwing daggers and being inappropriate. And Sheree's just like, oh yeah, I'm definitely being inappropriate, B. And I was like, oh, Sheree. Okay, we taking it there. Okay, cool. Cool. I'm glad you're back. I'm glad you're back. And don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me what to do. Who are you? You're not paying my bills. You're not paying my bills. First of all, the house isn't even in your name. That's why you're trying to dodge the property tax. I'm thinking, well, it's smart if she's doing that. Either way, someone still has to pay, so Sheree's paying it. It's just not in her name. It is what it is. It is, like, that's my mentality. Sheree still has to pay her, or else it would have taken it right from her. So we're paying it regardless if it's more or less, because it's in her name or not. That's the thing. I'm clearly on Sheree's side, so I'm going to be a little biased. So I can't even. The whole argument was just dumb and unnecessary, because originally it started off like, oh, we're going to work together. At least that's what Sheree thought it was. It's like, oh, we're going to team up on the whole house thing. I thought that was going to be smart, because I was going to go and help you. And when the argument commenced, Sheree's just like doing her usual, what you going to do, boo? Because remember, it was, who's going to check me, boo? Sheree said, no. So what you going to do? What you going to do? You going to post up? She even put her purse down, because at one point the hands were getting asunder, and Ken was just like, I don't do the whole hands thing. It's just like, well, that's why I put down my purse, because I didn't want to hit you with that. Look, I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying this so far. Married to Madison looks like a fool, so I'm going to enjoy that too. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think.